did it. Hi. Audio, are you
I
working?
did it.
Okay, good. I can hear myself. We're out to a good start. That's a nice start. Oh, um, never mind. Not good start. I need to change the title of the stream. Hold on. I can fix this. I got it. What chapter are we on? Can you check? Chapter 4, Act 4. I'll put that in the title. I'm working on it. Please hold. I'm... Hold on, I need to check. I'm getting there, I swear. I'm just checking things in the background that I forgot to check beforehand. Um, um, um. Ah, got it. There we go. Now we should be ready. I got my tea. Today's tea is peppermint tea because I like it and nobody could stop me. So I got it. And now it's here. I feel like I'm forgetting one more thing. Hold on. Let me do it. I got it.
何か悩み事一緒に考えてあげるわ
There it is. Yay! I'm so smart, I remember to check that the chat is visible for me. Unlike sometimes we don't talk about those. They're not important. Don't worry about it.
知ることがないなら私が遊びに連れて行ってあげましょうか。
Okay. So we were still in the Fortress of Meropide. We finally figured out where the heck Child went, but we haven't actually found him yet. We gotta track him down. I don't know why we're investigating 3 more places. That's confusing. Find way to find out. Whee! Excuse me.
Hey, you over there.
Can I help you? Wait, help me? Huh?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Yeah, sometimes. Didn't people down here play that game?
カードゲーム好きって
New TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No thanks, we're busy with other things at the moment, like the Archon quest.
Alright, no pressure.
お前
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this?
ここって
Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards, so I came over to say hi.
You mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
じゃあここの先輩として
Great!
何か
Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? And maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this
紹
place.
介するとか
Ugh. I feel like I've forgotten how to do my Paimon voice. Or maybe I just didn't do my local warm-ups today, that'll also be why. All I remember about doing Paimon's voices is I gotta go higher than I usually do, which is really hard to do without sounding extra weird and sounding like Elmo or something. It usually doesn't work.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. Alright then. Did you have anything specific in mind, or do you want me to just pick a topic?
お前が選んでくれ
Well, why don't you pick?
聞いたこと
Well,
ない
then you know we've heard it already.
だから
Alright. Have you heard any strange rumors since you arrived?
Yeah, we have. Like, whatever the heck the secret rules are, those are weird.
Then did you happen to know there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
There's a corner? I thought this place was a circle. There are no corners. I didn't know that.
There are 2 guys who are always skulking around in the corners of the corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quistot, and the skinny one is Lava Rune. People call them the Bombshell Bros. I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. It's pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day. If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend to talk a lot of nonsense, but they aren't exactly bad.
他には何かあるか
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that Duke was also a convict in the Fortress of Meropide before?
What? What? Wait, Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. It seems he was exiled here for committing some crime, but who knows how he ended up rising up and becoming the warden, though. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
By the way, do you happen to know anything about the Forbidden Zone?
The Forbidden Zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
いろんなとこで聞いたんだけど、どれも噂ってだけで。知らないなら気にしないでくれ。他に何か情報はあるか
Go ahead. I had to blow my nose. It is a little bit stuffy. Maybe that's why I can't do Paimon's voice right now. My nose is a little bit stuffed. It's not that much though. It's just a rumor we've been hearing. Oh, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of. But I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Okie dokie. I kind of already knew that about Real Thessaly since I watched some of his character promo videos. I think I first started getting back into Genshin Impact again, right as he was being teased. And now things are falling upstairs. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Nothing to be concerned about, I'm sure. Hello! Oh, there's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private. We're getting stares.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in our fun, that's all. Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Thanks, you guys are really nice.
You hear that, Kustak? We're nice. Your expositions tell me that you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You kidding? How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Oh, that was just a little mistake. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Nothing to be concerned about.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
グループ
Your group?
I'm Kustat, and this is Lavarun. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros. But don't worry, we're not playing with bombs or anything. That's just our information It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
ただのゴシップを
So, you two really like to gossip? You sure know how to embellish.
No, you don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Sure, fill us in.
All this info is worth something, you know. You should prove you're worthy of it. Don't mind him. Kustat's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
We ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
そうそう
Right. The meal we had recently was super delicious.
今は
Lemon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Was that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about half a month ago.
ってことは
Ah, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing! You could be a professional chef.
You're correct. I am a true professional. In fact, even went to culinary school. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on in the fortress.
Oh, did Lavarun just wink at me? Seems he's saying don't be upset, he is a good fellow. Oh no.
Listen, kids, the power structure here within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically like dogs to them. We've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke Real Thessaly. He knows more than you think and if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
And those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment than in the infirmary.
Ah, I know what you mean. It's that Jurio character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
Did you know that Jurio was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the Fortress of Meropide, you're just another inmate like everyone else.
Ah, interesting. According to Costan, a person named Jurio frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by the corridor with Lurvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? I guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lurvine is... The names are hard. Is also quite the odd one, you know? She's also gabbing... I don't even know what that word is. Gabbing away. Got into a fight with a man. Got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days too.
Wait a second. You don't think...
They're conspiring!
Do you think... Could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates?
Not what I was thinking, but I guess that's also possible.
But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Norvine and beat Jurio to a pulp that one time, and we might be overthinking things.
So Jurio had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I'll remember that too. I won't remember that. I really hope the game will remind me later. I'm already forgetting both of their names. Names are hard. Look, there's some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us? Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog. You think you're special or something. If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life. I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
Excuse me, what?
What kind of filthy bilge water are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay there and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe. How someone as useless as you is so confident.
Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, I've never heard anyone use the word overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? It's normal for convicts to be unhappy. That's true. Okay, we've talked to just about everyone. It's about time for us to go meet up with Lene. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone. Which is here, I think? No. I'm just gonna follow the line. I don't know how to teleport around. Take me to the elevator. Where do I go? Here we are. Welcome back to the elevator. Do you see the Nahida on your mind? Can you rotate the Nahida on your mind? Good job, you did it.
Now look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah. Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell me we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo. You have my full and undivided attention.
You summarize your finding till an A.
I've never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all. And Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said that he was just coming to Fontaine for vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Most important thing right now is to catch up to him. His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do. I'm counting on you.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all the information right under Realthes's watchful eye.
Collecting information has always been our strong suit.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Femine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he is to do that, we'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. And that's 6 days from now. And after that, you'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for me to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Yorichi, let's say you're meeting here 9 days from now. We'll be able to pick up Femine while we're at it too.
Sure.
Oh, and there's just one thing we'd like your help with. I'm struggling to speak already. That's good. Except it's not, I'm lying. But we can just sit back and wait for Femine's report on Master Child's whereabouts. We still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zones. Femine is no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas. And I still need to spend some time helping Femine prepare with his diving mission. So you're the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it's possible that it probably has something to do with the secret we're helping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Did he only say that because I'm an amateur?
No, when it comes to intelligence gathering, I'd never consider you to be an amateur. Didn't you say it yourself? It's always been your strong suit. I'll believe anything as long as it comes from you. So please, prove your prowess to me once again.
Alright, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
After doing some prep work with Paimon, he begins slowly approaching the infirmary under the guise of I can't read that fast. Peek.
お前はここでじっとしてろ。オイラが覗いてくるから。
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
どれどれ
There seem to be several people inside.
一人じゃないぞ。
Let's try to eavesdrop on them first. You and Paimon hide in a corner and try your best to eavesdrop on the people inside the infirmary. Several people appear to be engaged in conversation, but you only manage to catch bits and pieces.
Right, I feel like it's not impossible.
それじゃ
So, time.
よく聞こえない
It's a bit hard to understand from
やっぱり
random
先
from
生
here.
労働
So why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
準備ができたら入るぞ。
You nod and take a long deep breath before nailing a large amount of paper from those thoughts. I can't read. If you recall correctly, the potion is a result of a failed attempt at alchemy that you once performed in Paimon. I can't read that fast. Please don't continue the text until I press left click. I'm not asking for much. Having given a good whiff, you'll have to post. Someone, please help. She's sick.
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my, what's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
こいつ
Yorichi started complaining of a stomachache and nausea and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do.
手足が冷たい。
Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison?
見てみるから、まずは
Let me
横に
take a
なりま
look.
しょう。
Please lie down over here. My stomach really hurts.
心配しないで。
Don't worry, I'll get you to bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
ゆっくり歩いて。
You can do it, Yorichi. Thank you. I'm sorry.
大丈夫。患者
Don't
さんがダメなんて
apologize.
言わ
You're
ないで。
sick after all.
今から
Now,
簡単な
please
診
relax.
察を始める
I'm just
か
gonna
ら。
do a preliminary check on you. Sigewinne has taken out a few instruments and began doing your checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
なるほど。
I see now.
ざっと見たけど。
My checkups confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger.
安心して
That's our worst fear out of the
最
way.
悪のケースは心配しなくて大丈夫なのよ。
Eh? That's good.
あ、でも
But
続けて診察するね。
I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient
リラ
now.
ックスして。
Please relax and take a deep
深呼
breath.
吸を
Sigewinne's using her hand to palpitate different areas on my abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
臓器にも大きな損傷
I
はない
don't
の
sense
よ。
any serious damage to your organs
ここを
either.
押すと
Does it hurt when I press here? It's not too bad. And here?
ここは
That hurt a little.
ここが痛むはずないのに。
Based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange. Oh no. Was my acting a bit over the top?
うん。ここは
What about here? Does this hurt? No, not really. Barely feel it. Oh, I understand.
わかっ
So
た。
that's what it is.
そういうことね。多分、お腹を
I
壊
think you
した
just
だけよ
ate something that disagreed with you.
ひどいもの
That's
じゃない
all.
けど、そのピー
Nothing too
クのせい
serious.
ですごく
Outside of a
痛か
pretty
ったね
bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
おー、そうなのか。
So that's what it is.
大したことな
Thank
くて
goodness it's not anything more serious.
うーん。
I guess
最
the
近
other inmates
他の
complaining
周
about the
辺
food
は食
recently.
事に問題が
I'll
ある
inform
っ
our
て言
head
ってた
chef,
のに
Mr. Wolseley, of this
こ
problem
の
as
こ
soon
と
as
は早
possible.
くシェフのウォルジーさんに報告しないと。とりあえず大事じゃなくてよか
Congratulations!
った。
The health
あんまり
risk is
心配し
incredibly
なく
low.
ていいからね。
So you should recover within a couple
3日も
days.
すれば良くなるはずよ。
Why don't you take a rest here while I
ひと
go
ま
get
ず
some
ここ
medicine
で
for
休
you?
めて。うちは薬を取ってくるから。ルールビさん、うちがいない間、この新しい患者さんのことを見ててくれる？
Miss Norvine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
わかりました。
Very well.
ああ、看護
Ah,
師長のや
and
つ
she hopped away just
ちょっ
like
としな
that.
がら行っちゃったぞ。
This infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there's only 2 people left in the room. Sigewinne just called that woman Lorvine, so she has to be one of those frequent visitors to the infirmary I've heard of before. Would that mean the man next to her is Choriel then?
こんにちは。気分はどうです
Hello.
か？
So, how are you feeling now? Still not great. Can't keep staring at her. It'll draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction too.
こいつ、お腹が
My stomach ache is really bad. She was telling about the whole day, the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
シグウィンさんが問題ないと言ったから。
If Miss Sigewinne says it's not a serious problem, then there should be no need
彼
to
女は
worry.
ここで一番の医
She's the
療ス
best
タッフ
medic
です
we've
から。
got down here.
でも見た感じ
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
ま、確かに
Oh
そう
well,
だな。
that's true.
確かにそう。
What do you mean that's
それ
true?
は
That's
あ
really
くまで
misrepresenting the
表面上の話
situation.
です。
Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone in prison here is
ここに
useless, you
閉じ
know?
込められて罪を犯していても
Now, they,
こ
now
こ
they
にい
may
る
have
人たち
committed
の中に
crimes
は
and got locked
技
up here
術
as a
の
result.
心得がいく
They
らか
still
ある
know a
人も
thing
い
or
て
two about medicine,
シグウィ
and
ン
they
さんの
help
代
Miss
わりに
Sigewinne
診
take care of the
察を
sick
手
and
伝うこ
injured.
ともあるんです。
わかったわかった。
Yeah, yeah,
君
you're
の
right.
言う通りだよ。
But did you have to lecture me about it right in front of another
それを
patient?
わざわざ考え
Aren't you a
させない
patient
で言う
too?
必要はない
Where did all your
と思う
energy
けど
come from?
Yeah, that's correct.
そうです
Sorry,
ね。
I got a bit ahead of myself.
お前らも体調が
Are
悪い
you
の
two also sick?
あ、持病でね。
We've been sick a while.
どれも慢
I
性
come
的
back
な
every
疾
once in a
患だ。
while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Sigewinne prescribes to me.
ついでに看護師長が処方した
And
薬を
that's just the
受け
nature
取りに
of,
来た。
of chronic illnesses
こっ
out.
ちのお嬢さんは
As for her,
医学を少しは知って
you
る
could
か
say
ら
she
か。
fancies herself as Miss Sigewinne's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
もっと言葉を選んで
Please
もらえま
watch
す
your
か
mouth, Mr.
ユリエ
Jewel. Don't forget that you're the
私
primary
が動
reason I
機を
have
よく起
frequent
こ
heart
すのはあな
palpitations.
たのせい。
Ah, they're arguing again.
二
I
人と
hope
も
they keep
落
it
ち着い
civil
て
at
話そう
least.
ぜ。
These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship, and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Wait, there seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there. Hey, there's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly little things like this.
ことで言い争ってもしょうがないだろ。
でも
But
Release? It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'll even be able to continue our previous lives?
the presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here of all places? Is it hiding something? This is starting to sound like the kind of inner dialogue that Trailblazer would have.
こんなくだらない話はここまで
Please
に
allow me
し
to
ま
end
し
this
ょう。
boring and useless
それから
conversation.
しばらくここで
Mr.
あなた
Juriel,
に会わない
I
ことを
don't want to
祈
see your
って
face here
ます
again anytime
ジュリエ
soon.
それはこっち
And
の
same
セ
to
リ
you,
フだ、
Miss
お嬢さん。
Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place.
じゃあね。
See you later, everyone.
あいつ、かったるそう
He
に出て
just
いった
slowly walked off like that.
彼は
That's just what
い
he's
つもそうなん
like.
ですすみません。こんな
Sorry I had to
見
see
ところを
all
見
of
せて
that.
しまって。
I'm Lorvine, and that's...
私はルー
Oh,
ルビー。
his name is Juriel, but I hope you'll never have to remember
ジ
his
ュリ
name.
エ。
お前、
You really can't stand
本
him,
当に嫌い
I...
当然です。
I mean, can you
ああ
blame
い
me?
う思い上がって
Who would
て
like someone who is as
毎日変な
arrogant and
研究の
obsessed with
こと
weird
ばかり
research
考えて
topics
る
as he
や
is?
つ誰も好きにならないでしょ
But there's no need to keep dwelling on him.
私はもうしばらくあ
I'll
なた
accompany
に
you
付
for
き
a
添い
while.
ます
Miss Sigewinne should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her
薬を
medicine.
飲めばきっと良くなりますよ
Thank you for looking after me.
いいえ
Oh,
大したこ
it's
とじゃあり
nothing.
ません
ただいま。君たち、
I'm
ちょ
back.
っと休んでた
Did you rest like you promised?
シグウィンさん
Thank you for getting your
お疲れ様です。
medicine, Miss Sigewinne.
ゆっくり休めたかしら。
Did it all cooperate in your bed
走り
rest?
回ったりして
No,
ない？
I just had no when I got up to walk around.
2日分の状態よ。
Here,
一時
this
を
should
飲
be
ん
2 days
だら
worth of
またしば
medicine
ら
for
く
you.
横になって。
Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest. You take the stomachache pill that Sigewinne gave you.
そうだ。
Ah, Miss Norvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now.
何
Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
ええ、覚えてます
I
よ。
remember you said it should be
黄
yellow.
色でしたよ。
Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
わかった。
Yellow.
はい。
I
これが
understand.
君の分なのよ。
These are yours.
今晩は
Please make sure to go to bed early after taking them
い
tonight.
い夢を
You'll
見て
benefit
ちょ
from
うだ
a
い。
good night's sleep.
はい。で
Alright
は
then.
失礼します。
I'll be on my way now.
旅
Hope you
人
feel
も
better soon too.
早く良くなるといいですね。
Thanks. See ya! Is Sigewinne plotting with
旅
the
人
enemy?
よね。カルテを書
I'm
くから
gonna fill your
いろいろ
medical
確
record
認
now.
させてちょう
You're
だい。
widely known as a traveler, right? I just want to double check a few details if that's alright with you.
さっきの二人がうる
These
さ
two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we just let you rest? I'm gonna get into the question
答えるから。
instead.
ねえ、わかった。
Hmm.
症
So
状は
her primary symptoms are abdominal
吐
pain.
き気も
While
催
the
してたけど
secondary symptoms are
他に辛
nausea.
いところはあっ
Is
た
there
か
anything
しら。
else?
それ以外にはな
I
かっ
think
た
that's
ね。
it.
さあ、
Alright then.
薬を飲む以外
Is
に
there anything we should know
他に
besides
して
to
おい
take
た
the
方がいいこ
meds?
とは彼女はもともと健康体だし、
Her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the
その間
medication.
は軽い
Please make sure to
食事
stick a
だけに
plan
して
to less
夜更かしし
stimulating
なければ
foods.
大丈夫。
And don't stay up late too night. Don't stay up too late at night.
任せろ。オ
Hey,
イラが責
I
任
wanna
を
hold
取
you
る
reach you to that for sure. Sigewinne's still looking at me. Larissa just trying to take a nap like you just said.
あれ、寝るのか。
Oh, you're gonna take a nap,
ゆっくり
alright?
休めよ。
Okay then, you get some rest. Move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely. The weariness from working until gather. You can, however, still catch some hints of Paimon's conversation with Sigewinne.
オイラたちいろんなところを旅してきたんだ。あいつはああ見えて誰よりも頼りになるやつなんだぞ。
We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong. Ah,
じゃあ、
so you're the best of the companions.
最高の
Don't worry, she'll recover soon. Companion. That word brings forth a wave of comfort.
起きたのね。
You're awake.
気分はどうだ？
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never
オイラた
left.
ちずっとそばにいた
I
んだ
feel a
ぞ。
lot better. Thank you both.
さ
Well,
あ、安心して。
now you can go back
もう
without a
帰
worry
っ
in
て
the
も
world.
大丈夫だから。
Remember to take your meds
適度に
regularly.
薬を飲む
And
の
remember,
と
blind
食事は
foods.
軽めにすることを忘れないでね。ありがとな、看護師長。
Thank you, Miss Sigewinne. Suddenly intense music. Where is this hatch? What hatch? Hatch where? There it is. Are you plotting evil secrets?
最近お腹を壊す人が多いのよ。なんとかしない
Seems a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I need to address that. Return to the dormitories. Aye, aye, Capitan. Wait, there's a sparkle. Okay, never mind. Nyum. Hello, I'm here now. What's going on?
お前、よくあの状況
You
に
really are
慣れるな。
something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire
こっ
time.
ちはヒヤヒ
You
ヤ
scared Paimon half to death. Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
そ
No, but you kept mumbling things about the lines of Paimon, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the attack this temptation now. I haven't talked to Sigewinne the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure you're not going off track with the infirmary? Are we really off track though? There are still a few weird things about the place. That movable hatch on the ground, as well as the questions Sigewinne asked Lorraine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, and was Lorraine and Jurio's argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Come on, hear me out. Oh, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've gotta give the info to Lene. Over the next few days, you and Paimon work at your stations as normal. During your stay, salary, you manage to find opportunities to try keywords relating to suspicions on a piece of paper. Of course, now the text lasts long enough for me to read it. You managed to pass the slip to busy Lynette as she happens to pass by you. Her disguise is impeccable as she does not even look at you to change her expression as she buckles the info. Yep, real smooth. And finally the promised ninth day arrives. Today is the day! Oh, let's go meet up with Lynette. Hello, Gumball! Welcome to Genshin Impact. I'm doing the Fontaine story right now. I'm still in the fortress in the middle of the day. I'm in prison. They won't let me out. I'm trapped. Please help. I don't know how to get out. Paimon, what do you see? Hi. What, the flip-flops? What do you mean? There are no flip-flops, only prison.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. You've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Femine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Femine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over, and reduce the amount of suspicion that'll fall on any given person.
Braining? What, are you confused by my voice? That happens a lot. My number one favorite thing to do in streaming is playing story-based games and reading out all the dialogue out loud. I really like doing a bunch of different voices. So, since I've been practicing that a long time, I have a really large vocal range.
Lynette also felt like you've already taken the first step for us, so she should be able to be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. I'm in hopes everything's going well for her. I'm not opposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You both are very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us. Lest you've forgotten, a matter of our respective loyalties. You mentioned before that you had some run-ins with the Vtuber. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of kindness of your hearts.
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Femine and Lynette feel the same way.
I get it now.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Femine returns. If everything went well, she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
It's not really a good time to go over.
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends about half an hour away from the infirmary, right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh yeah, we heard about that too.
Also, I'm your brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
よし
Okay, now let's head over right away.
行こうぜ
Back to the infirmary we go. I'm sure she won't get suspicious if I just keep showing up over and over. Nothing strange.
失礼します。リネットはいますか？
Lynette should be here right now.
あれ、
Strange.
リネット？
Lynette?
看護師長
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here. But why isn't Lynette here?
リネットもいないぞ
She have found a lead and left to follow it?
そんなはずない。
No,
リネ
Lynette
ットは
rarely
警察の
deviates
行
from
動
the
をめった
plan.
に取らないんだ。
We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know.
変更する。もしかしたら。
Unless...
けど一時的
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
少し待ってみよう
あ
Okay.
The hatch is over here. Investigate. Ah, this is it! We saw it before.
Wait,
カモ
this
フラー
thing?
ジュが下手ってわ
It
け
doesn't look like it's been disguised that
少
well.
し不自然。
When I leans down to get close to the movable hatch and starts
仕
tapping
切り
at it.
板の裏側は
The
空洞に
space
なってる
behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that's meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere.
まさかリネットは
Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure.
他に手がかり
Let's
が
look
ない
around here for some more clues. Don't panic,
ま
just
ずは周
take
囲
another
を
look.
回るんだ
The look on Lene's face. He's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anything else. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Books.
本がいくつかある
There's some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records.
えー
Yeah, advanced nursing, how to raise the spirits of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kind of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
看護の仕事をする上で
Seems quite normal to
そういったの
me.
も必要な
These
こ
are
と
skills
だ
that come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Bed.
人が寝ていた形跡
None of
の
the
ある
beds have any signs of having been slept in, except that one over there.
それってリネット
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
あ
Hmm.
変
She
熱
would
が
have
ひどいっていうの
she would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare.
通常であれば
Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
リネットが横になっ
Which
て
means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when
看護師
Lynette
長は
laid
戻って
down
きていないってことだね
until she had left the bed, or
あるいは
the nurse
看護師
intentionally
長は
left it
ベ
this
ッドを
way.
整える
Oh no, that's not a good sign. I don't get it. Hey, you guys! There's a slip of paper over here.
紙切れ
A slip of paper?
えっと
It's right over here. And there's a bunch written on it too. It
これっ
reads,
てあんたらの仕
Out
事
of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best
挨拶の
regards.
ような
これは
This is
あれ
It,
でも
is that
こ
all?
れしか書いてないぞ
Is there anything on the back?
裏
The back?
あ
Oh,
これ
this is...
見せて
show me now.
急に顔色が
That look on your face.
どうしたんだ
Paimon's reading it now.
おいらにも見せてくれさあ
Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Vtuber could be right now?
今まさか
No, could she...
ネットは
Is she already...
利用セスリのやつ
Real fastly.
まさかわざ
Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as
はめ
bait?
たんじゃ
でもそうなると
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? You didn't run into any... We didn't run into any trouble last
何
time.
も危ない
And he also never reached out to us since.
その後も特に
Why did he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
そう。
Yes, this is a crucial question. Real Thessaly, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very
最
beginning.
初から君のことを旅人。
Yoriji, you're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by New Valette, so you have no conflict of interest with Real Thessaly. We're a completely different story, though.
それに引き換え僕たちは
Why didn't he only have to go after Lynette? Why didn't he go after you as well?
それは僕も聞き
I'd
た
like
い
to know that too. Why didn't he go?
どうしてリネ
Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over.
考えるん
And
だ
stay calm.
冷静
This
に
is not like what happened last time. The situation is different now.
そうか
Yoriji, wait. You're
君の
right.
言う通りだ
Wait. What that means?
フレミネが無事に寝る
The
こと
fact that Flemine was able to leave the grounds. Could Real Thessaly have let him go as well?
でもフレミネが
But what does he gain by letting Femine leave like
メ
that?
リットがあるんだよ
I get it now. He deliberately made them both disappear.
あいつ
So he's challenging me to try to provoke me. I'm sure of it.
くそフレミネを外に
We
出
never
す
should have sent out Flemine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe. We even thought luck was on our side.
もし利用せず
If Real Thessaly let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
リネが少しパニックに
Linnea is getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Linnea, calm down.
自分を責めるなよ
Don't be like this, Linnea.
オイラたち
Femine wouldn't have left
ことは言わなかった
if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
たわけだ
いや
No, I'm the leader of this whole operation,
僕だ
and I'm the one responsible for this
隊
team.
のリーダーであ
I was the one who failed to protect them.
利用せずに会いに
I'll go talk with Real Thessaly.
Hey, don't be reckless. Here, please talk some sense into him.
リネットがまた誰かにさらわれるなんて
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again.
引かないと
I have to go.
リネットとフレミネを取り戻す
I'll find a way to get them back.
僕が
There he goes.
おいリネが行っちゃったぞ早く追いかけよう
Just rush down the door after him. Oh. Well, that's not good. We have been stalked. Sigewinne was
私はこの
evil.
点について変える余地があると思います
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make some changes on the details.
ダメって
It's not impossible. It'll require extensive testing.
する必要がある
そう
Is that so?
そ
Very
れじゃあ
well.
時間には
Then
注意
please
し
be
てね
mindful of the time.
誰かいる
If someone
物を隠して
pack everything up,
外で誰かが
whoever's outside is
みたい
eavesdropping.
ね
They'll probably come in once we stop
部
talking.
屋から声が聞こえなくなったらすぐ中に入ってくるはずよ
Someone please help. She's sick.
おい大丈
Oh,
夫か
are you okay?
あの二人ね
Oh, these
やっぱり
two.
彼女たちの
As
嗅覚は
expected, they've
鋭い
already found this place.
ここまで
They're
たど
quite
り着け
sure.
るなんて本当によかった
What a delightful turn
お
of
利口な
events.
人は好き
I like smart people, but I also like
複
playing
雑なこ
dumb.
となんて
I like the
全く
feeling
わ
of
からない
being
キャラを
trusted.
演じるのも好き人に信頼されるって感じがたまらないから
Oh my god, she's the scariest kind of evil.
どうしたの
Oh
よ
my, what's wrong, little one?
何が
There's
あ
no
った
need
の
to
か
panic.
ゆっくり
Take
話
a
して
deep breath before you begin.
人の表情を読めると何かと役に立つの
Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
まずい
Renee, wait! It's no use, he's too far. He's already out of sight. He's so fast. Let's
公爵の執務
let's
室
go
に
ahead him
返
off
して
there. Get him off and rip me out this in the office. Where is that? Up, down, up, down. Up, down. Excuse me. I need to come in.
Come out and face me, real Thessaly. Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the Fortress indoor management regulations? What did you do to my sister? I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness. Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings? I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you would turn your head. So you're trying to trick me to turn my head? No, he's probably not even looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused Yoroshi's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you would be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Frimine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Vtuber members that we had planted into your ranks. There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meropide is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues. You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape, so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Frimine has also fallen into your hands, right? And if you're so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages? One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Frimine is not. He's not? What did you really want?
Renee!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here. So I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are Lynette and Frimine?
Eager and to the point. Yorji, I see. Alas, the only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the Fortress's finest tea. Although as per your original plan, Mr. Frimine should also have returned to the Fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he might be right now? Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea! I closed the Fortress's gate to the outside world, that's all.
Frimine is a star and iris, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume that he might have made a break for the surface. But why would I do this, you might be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linné is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meropide, regardless of whatever it is in a personal or professional capacity. Well, you got your wish. So you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress. Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I'll be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all that changed. Mr. Linné, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Frimine is slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need to do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I'd like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me. You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience? Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for her parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she should refuse. Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meropide? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come in the first place. Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection, and was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
Your people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she really have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linne, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linne, why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try seeing things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui have been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fuminet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask father to do anything because of this.
6, 5,
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linne.
Real fastly.
Negotiations are broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. Time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait. Could we really not talk about this some more? Yeah, listen to Yorichi. If you can't talk to Linne, can you at least talk with us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
I want to save Fuminet and Lynette too.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found? I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone. What is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest, during lunch hour on the 3rd day you'll find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal. It's a good thing that we've already run the investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together. If you break the hidden rule of the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat. We'll see it if you keep working continuously. Until the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sigewinne be doing during that time? The Fontaine promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons will spend them on Fanta. We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The product has to undergo trial because even Fanta's own employees have a lot of reservations. The research note said that Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans, and because of that, Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appears rather strange to and alien to humans. I don't know if that would apply to the meat, but the chef did say that it looked normal to him. According to Collins, the pancreation tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored it. The company must want to return on their investment as well. A bunch of these are about Fanta. The other ones are about Sigewinne, so It has to have something to do with Sigewinne.
書いてあった。メルジーヌという種族は世界の感じ方
We'll
が
see it if you
人
keep
間とは
working
違う。
continuously.
そのため昼飯前の30分、医務室にはいつ
It
も
wouldn't be
誰もいない。
Sigewinne, would it?
この時間帯、看護師長のシグウィンはどこ
Maybe
に
she's watching the cameras or something? Under what circumstances did the strange maid appear?
プリンズの話によれば、鉄拳と研究ノートにはこう書いてあった。シグウィンはいつも生産エリアの近くで労働者を監視。
No.
昼
Wait.
飯前の30
This one
分、
is Sigewinne.
医務室
Or which one?
昼飯前の
When
30
told the
分、
infirmary is always
医
empty
務
for
室
the
に
half
は
hour
いつ
just
も
before
誰もい
lunch.
ない。シグウィンは
That's the same as Sigewinne observing prisoners that work near the production zone. That's the one. Under what circumstances does strange maid
昼
appear?
飯前の30分、医務室には
The
いつも
infirmary is
誰
empty
もい
for
な
the
い。
half hour just before
この
lunch.
時間帯、
Which means Sigewinne could be doing something. Why does the strange maid appear the way it does?
研究ノートにはこう書いてあ
Male
った。
senior race perceives the world differently from humans. I'm so smart.
なるほど。
Ah, so that's what's going on.
そう
Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed?
生産
The
エリア
hidden
を
rule of the
隠せる
production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row. And if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare
彼の
meal.
お昼のサービス職に最初は
At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sigewinne, the head nurse.
シグウィンが用意したものなんじゃないか。
Paimon, why are you putting on your mustache glasses at a time like this? I don't think now's the time.
シグウィンはよく
She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health, and makes a note of anyone who's worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewinne visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use a stamina boost. Sigewinne has only the best intentions with her surprise gift, and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of their lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within, and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
おお、なるほど、悪くない。シグウィン看護師長のことに気づいた上に、その意図も見抜いた。看護師長の人間に対する愛が無駄にならなかったというわけだ。
have returned. I refilled my tea. I have more peppermint tea. I need to put honey into it. Because I like honey, and nobody can stop me. I am too powerful. Got it.
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewinne's secret, and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. Alright, now for my second question. There are also some hidden rules in the pancration ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
The hidden rules of the pancration ring. Remember, if someone tries to support both boxers at the same time, they receive a package the next morning which contains a strange red-colored liquid. I've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answer. It's basically just an experimental fontaine drink, but I don't understand what it has to do with the pancration ring or anything. Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The product has to undergo a trial because even Fanta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. Who said the package contained this special? Fanta promoters have been struggling because they doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons will spend on Fanta. Because the Fanta company sponsored him. Company must want to return on their investment as well. Why does the strange blood-colored fluid look the way it does? What? Starting a trial. Employees have reservations. Why do only those who buy tickets to support both fighters receive the package? The promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. I don't know if this is the correct order. It is! I'm so smart. Big brain. Ah, Paimon gets this rule too now. So there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the pancration ring is about how people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they subconsciously begin to associate it with the mixing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's on staff are questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product there. Also, hello Sandy, hi, welcome back. We're detectivisming. We're becoming detective. You can tell because Paimon has her fancy glasses with the mustache. That's how you know she's in detective mode. We're being all smart. Big brain mode. And so, only those who prove their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter's a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. Alright, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
That That's the one we have not figured out yet.
彼らは一体どんな秘密を隠している。
僕たちはそれの調査中
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Real Thestley. You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we could answer that last question. The thought of sparring Lynette and Frimine never even crossed your mind. Or sparing, not sparring.
And hey!
You'll pay for this.
Oh. And hey, are you alright?
危ない危ない。
Oh, come on.
看護師
Or,
長の
no,
銃の
close
お
one.
かげで
I can
助
read.
かった。
I owe you one, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
なんてことないよ公爵。
Yes, nothing, Your Grace.
看護師長
Sigewinne!
この銃はおもちゃに見えるけど
Now, this gun may look like a toy. It's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigewinne. You.
Are you his accomplice in all this?
勘違いしてるみたいね。
Not at all.
うちは
I'm
メラ
merely
ピ
a
デ要塞の
resident,
一員だから
resident of the
メラ
fortress,
ピデ要塞を
and
守
thus
るのが
protecting is
うち
my
の仕事
duty.
なの。最初
When Monsieur Neuvillette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I'm really discharging my duties.
ここの人たちの面倒を見その理屈なら
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lene someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he just like the rest of us? If you're close with Neuvillette, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him?
でもうちはちゃんと
But I
メ
really
ラ
am
ピデ
just doing what Monsieur Neuvillette told
彼
me
らを
to
守
do.
ってたのよ。
Everything I did,
じゃなきゃ
I've done to
も
protect
っと違
him.
う結果
Had
に
I
なって
not,
た
they
もん。
would be in far more dire straits right now.
それは公爵も
His
認め
Grace
てくれ
knows
る
it too, right, Your Grace?
Ne?
Am I proving my innocence to them?
うん。
Ah, my dear Sigewinne.
あと
Whatever
数
shall I
分
do
は
with
待って
you?
くれてもよかったんじゃ
Would
ない
it have
か
killed you to just wait another minute or two?
どうせもうそろ
Well,
そろ
it's
時
nearly
間
time
でしょ
after all.
公爵
Though you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace.
うち
I
は
figured I should try to
ちゃ
talk
ん
some
と公
sense,
爵とお
talk
話
some
がした
sense
かっ
into
ただ
you.
けなのに何言ってんだ
What are you talking about? What time? I don't know, Paimon. I'm just as lost as you.
二人を解放してくれ
Take me if you want, but let them go.
そのか
感動的だな。
How touching.
もう1分くら
Can
い
you just give me one more minute?
もうやめてあ
Don't
げ
be
な
like
さい
that,
よ
Your Grace.
まあそうせかすな。
Alright, everyone, calm down.
もうじきお客
Two
さん
more
が
visitors will be
大
arriving
到着する
anytime now.
This room is getting very crowded. What kind of massive meeting did you organize?
まずはお茶を
I'll
飲ま
go
せて
get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I'll leave Miss Lynette in your
リ
care.
ネットちゃんの
何をする気だ
What are you doing?
足音が
I believe I hear footsteps. The door suddenly slams open, and a familiar figure bursts into the room.
ちょっと
Oh
どいて
no.
くれ
Hi, why are you here?
Some space, please.
おいおい
Ah, Miss Clarina, my door.
フレミ
Frimine! Frimine!
どういうことだ
What's going on? Why is Clarine doing here?
仕事だ
Work.
リネさんさっきは撃ってしまった
I'm
ごめん
sorry
な
about
さい
shooting you, Mr.
麻酔の
Lene.
効果は
The
もうすぐ
tranquilizing
切れる
effect will
はずだ
begin
け
to
ど
wear off soon.
あんまり無
Please
理し
take
ない
it
で
easy
ね
in the meantime, though.
フレミネの身に何
What happened to Frimine? Wasn't he
な
diving?
のに
Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
These symptoms. It can't be.
顔が赤く脈が
Flushed
速くなっ
face
て
and
る
accelerated
原
pulse.
始大会
He
の
must
水
have
を
consumed
摂取した時
primordial
の
sea
症状
water.
ね
なんだって
What did you say?
ちょっと下がってて
Please make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fimine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
詳しいことは
I'll talk to Chlorine Dave while you get Frimine to where he needs to be. Everything else can
フ
wait.
リミネ君を
What's going on? Linnea expression looks disgusted. Seems like he'd rather not have Sigewinne touch Frimine. Still, he didn't stop her since it's obvious that Frimine does require urgent medical care. Sigewinne's examining Frimine carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Frimine will be okay.
容体は
How is he?
フレミネさんの症状は
The symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial sea water. Still, his condition is not crucial.
もちろんし
Of
ばらく
course, it
経
would
過
be
観
still
察
my
を
best
続
if
け
he
た方
stayed
が
for
いい
further
と
observation.
にかく
Let's leave him here for now
ませて
and move him to the
落ち着いて
infirmary
きたら
once he's
命
recovered a
に
bit
移し
more.
ましょう。ごめん
Sorry,
命は
I'm
もう行きたく
unaware
な
of that
い
the
よね
infirmary.
け
Or,
ど医
I'm
療
aware
責
that
任
the
のある部屋
infirmary
は
may
そこ
not
だ
be your
けなの
favorite place in the world
だ
at the
から
moment.
仕方な
Well,
く
we
って
do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
メロピデ要塞から
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress?
摂取することに
How could that possibly happen?
フレミネさんをちょっと見てても
We
らえ
look
る
after Mr. Femine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medical and medicine and reciprocator. Respirator. I can speak. I'll bring Miss Lene back with me.
リネットはどこに
Where is she? How is she right now?
彼女は麻酔を打たれて
She just took a nap in the empty room after I
そろ
tranquilized
そろ
her.
起きる頃
If
だ
my
と思う
calculations are correct, she should also be
信
waking
じて
up
もらえ
right
ない
about
か
now.
もしれないけど
You might not
うち
believe
と
me,
詳
but
し
His
くは
Grace and actually made
本
some
当
snacks
に
and
お
tea
茶
for
とお
her.
菓子をよ
And he has finally begun to stop tensing his muscles on his face. Seems that he trusts what Sigewinne has said. And what about you, Rothesly? Can you explain?
その顔は
I still can't keep up with what the
十分
heck you're
早く
trying to
戻
do
ってきた
here.
と思うけど
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time to make my way back here.
いやいや
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linne again.
んで
How's the situation out
外の
there?
状況
水質が変わっ
The
た
water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
彼を見つけた場所は
Where was he when you found him?
パイプの突き当た
The
りのある
abandoned zone at the
背
end
景
of the pipes, a good distance
水の
into the
中に入っ
water.
てから
思っていたより近い
Closer than I thought. He might have realized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
扉を閉じたのは正解
Locking
だ
the door was necessary. I don't think
もう
we
一
could
人
have
ここ
saved
から出て
too.
いたら
こっちは善意でやった
Well, I
って
did try to
言った の
convince them that I had my reasons.
誰も信
Never
じ
seems
て
to
くれな
work
かった
though.
んだぜ
ヌビレット様なら信じてく
It
れ
would
たかもし
probably
れない
work on Nouvellette. He had a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all
好
terrible.
意的な
もういい
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Nouvellette.
紅茶でもどう
Want some tea?
私は不要だ
Not particularly.
自
If
分
you
が
want to
飲み
drink
たいな
some
ら
that
そう
badly,
言え
just
ば
say
いい
so.
はいはい
Fine, fine.
俺はお茶を飲む
I'd like to get some tea.
あんた
Want
も
me to
つ
get
い
you
で
a
に
cup,
一杯どう
a
だ
cup too, since I've already made it?
付き合ってもいい
Might as well then, I
ところで
suppose.
タオルはあ
Actually,
る
do you have a towel? I'd
髪を
like to dry my hair.
Lene, are you okay?
大丈夫だと思う
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
どこか具合が
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
手足に力が
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer
残
shot.
ってるんだ
ただいま
I'm back, everyone.
お兄ちゃん旅人
Lene, Yuriji, Paimon, you're here too.
フレミネ
Femine, is he?
無事よちょっとお母
He'll
さん
be
手伝って
fine. But for now, please help me lift him up. Lene and Lynette immediately come to lift Femine up. I can't read that fast. Hello. Welcome to the land of the waking. How was your trip to dreams? Oh, never mind. Back to sleeping clothes.
呼吸が落ち着いてきた
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
手を貸してフレミネさん
Give
を
me your hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
僕がやるよリネット
Yeah,
一緒に行こう
I'll take him from the side. Lynette, together?
On it.
旅人君も心配
Yuriji,
そうだ
you
けど
seem pretty worried about him. Wanna come with us? Very well.
公爵とクロリンデがいなく
The
な
Duke and Chlorine, they are gone.
多分お茶でも
They
してる
probably
のね
went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Chlorine, they'll need a break, since she only just returned from
クロ
rescuing
リン
Femine
デさん
out
は
of the
海
sea.
から戻ったばかり
Chlorine saved Femine from the sea. Just what happened there? Real Thesty sure is taking his sweet, sweet time to do the explaining part. Would be nice if you would do it sooner. Any minute now. Still waiting. No? Okay, fine. Whatever. I guess. I guess while I'm here, I'll go claim my reward too. And there's also commissions or expeditions, whatever the heck they're called. I don't know. Terminology is confusing. There we go. Got it. I think Paimon's bouncing a hover is a little annoying. What? What do you mean? She's just vibing. She's just hanging out. She's doing the same thing that I'm doing. I'm doing my little bounce. I do a little bouncing a hover. That's the thing I do. Are you saying I'm annoying? Huh? You think my little bounce is annoying? Huh? Alright, fine. I see how it is. Meanie pants. That's that. I'm pretty sure I have 4 keys. Yeah, can't claim yet. Where were we going? I forgot. Infirmary. That's not the where's this one? I think we have to walk around. Stretch. I guess we're in the loading screen after. I'll just stand up while I walk. Move my legs. I'm walking in place while walking to the quest destination. This is surprisingly difficult. Sure would have been nice if there was a fast travel waypoint at the infirmary. Just saying. Okay, here we are. Okay.
He is awake. Femine, how do you feel? Lynette.
We're all here now.
Where am I?
The
The infirmary at the fortress of Meropide. Mr. Feminine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Yarchi, Paimon, it's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater. Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered. No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
I'm seeing the past. I'm time traveling. No, never mind, I'm not. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing anything at all. I'm seeing a black screen. It's all gone. Oh no, the pipes.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
And some big pipes.
Where could Master Child be?
Oh, I'm here. I am seeing the past. I'm not seeing it. I'm changing it. I'm experiencing it. I'm being it. Yup, this is normal. Door. Hello?
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Start. What do you do? Elevator. These are some real funky elevators. The heck is going on here? Yup. Normal elevator thingies. How the heck do people use this? Climb? I know how to climb ladders. Up. Round and round we go.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Hmm? How do I turn it the other direction? Try adjusting the what? Oh, okay, I see. This and down. Yes. Gonna go over here. Rotate. And come back over here again. Bring it back up. Going round again. Here I go. Ta-da! Puzzle solving. Oh. Yum.
Yes.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Whee! Lord of Funk, the part in the story where you play as Fremine, you have to dive underwater. I did not see that one coming. There's no way the diver would dive underwater. Nyum. We're in the pipes. The pipes. The evil pipe.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, there's only really one way you can go. We're going.
The traces are gone, but I don't see where it could have gone from here.
This looks like it could open.
Wait, what the? My heart is racing. It's getting harder and harder to breathe. Oh, what's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back now, I should still be able to make it.
Oh. Oh, my health is draining. My HP is going down. Go faster! Faster! Faster!
I can't die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse. I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
Oh, hey, what coincidental timing. Why is she here, though? That hasn't been explained.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to. That's right.
I tried my best to swim back, but I already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out sometime after that, and you know the rest.
If the ocean water has been mixed with the primordial sea water, and child swim through there, it depends on when he went through there, but if it was mixed in back when he went through, then he probably would have dissolved by the time he swam up to the surface.
クロリンデがお前を助けた
Miss
んだね
Clorinde brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared in the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
クロリンデさんが
Miss Clorinde, you say? I must go thank her in person.
もう少し休んでから
You're
行った
still
方
too
がいい
weak, Femine. You
ク
can
レミ
go
ナの
after you
体
got
は
some more
まだ
rest.
万全じゃないんだクロリンデさんは
Miss
お客
Nene
さん
is
として
right.
あと
I
数
believe
日
Miss
ここにい
Clorinde
ら
will
れるよ
stay here as a guest
リ
for
ネット
another
さん
few
の言う
days,
通り
so
急ぐ
there's
必
no
要
need
は
to
ないから
hurry.
大丈夫
お客さんって
A guest.
利用せず
And
に
I can
お客
assume
さんって
Ralph Wesley was the one who invited her to come down here.
えっと
You should
こ
ask
の
his
件に
grace
ついて
about
は
that.
うちじゃ
You'll
なく
be
て
able
当
to
社
explain
から
better
直
than
接
me.
聞いた方がいいかな
Alright, I'll
あ
go
の
ask
人な
him.
らそうだな
Yeah, it's about time you actually told us what's going on.
説明して
You
もら
wanna
わ
come
ない
with
と
us, Nene?
いや
No, please go on without me.
君たちだけで行って
Yorichi,
きてくれるかな
I don't want to leave just yet.
Nene.
お兄ちゃん
今は安全だって
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to
離れら
leave.
れないよ
Both of you are just in
リネ
danger.
ットも
分かった
Understood. Then
じゃあ
let's just sit here
し
for
ば
a
らく
while.
このまま一緒になら医務室は君たち
In
に
that
任
case,
せ
I'll
て
leave
いい
the
かしら
infirmary to you.
うちは
Yorichi and I are going to head out
し
for
ばら
now,
く
as long as you're staying here.
誰も君
I
たち
don't
に
think
邪
I'll
魔
be
をする人は
disturbed.
来ないはず
ありがとう
Thank you.
Hooray! We did it. The Duke's office is here. I think, if I'm figuring out where the heck to teleport. Hello? Where did you go? Oh, hi. Excuse me.
あ
I take it Mr. Fumine's condition is stabilized.
もちろん
Of course. I would not have left the infirmary otherwise.
あで
I've been expecting these two, but might inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sigewinne.
かん
クロリンデさんの様子
I
を
wanted to check on Miss Clorinde. How are you feeling?
ああ特に問題はない
Mostly fine, I think.
できれば
If
一
you
度
don't mind, I'd
診
like
察
to
させ
perform
て
another quick physical exam. Maybe It'll just take a few
数分だ
minutes.
け
わかった
Alright,
感謝する
thank you for looking out for me.
じゃあ
I'll take my leave
私は
for now
先に
then.
そろそろ弁解してくれ
Well, wanna explain yourself real Leslie? You know, like you should have done a long time ago?
Of course.
弁解
But I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
No, I don't like that one. I don't like that word choice.
だがどこから話したものか
But where should I begin?
うん
How about you start by asking me any questions you
知り
have?
たいことから
You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
さ
Uh, then Taiwan will begin. Did you know about Lady's goals from the very
君たち
beginning?
の目的
あいいや
No, I just knew they were Vtuber operatives sent to the fortress by the knave.
召使
As for
の
their
命令で
specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress in your
メロディオ
investigation.
の知らなかった
目的も知らなかったのに
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do.
彼らが現れた理由は決していいもんじゃない
They came here with ulterior motives.
俺は
I'm
こうい
quite
うの
adept
に鼻が
at
利いてな
excuse me. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
最初は
Initially, I thought their
講師
goal
が
was just to
なぜ失
investigate
踪したの
Child's
か調べるの
disappearance.
が目的リネ君は
The knave suggested that I deliberately let them escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here.
俺らは彼の
Everything he
行
did,
動を
from
止めも
finding
しな
helpers
け
to
れば
leaving this place, he
容
did
認
on
も
his
してい
own.
なかったスネージ内の
Of course, it's
執行官
inevitable
が
that the knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance.
俺も
I am also quite curious about where the Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work.
どっ
All
ち
I
み
care
ち
about is
調
the
べる
answer.
必要があるのな
漁夫の利って
So you're hoping Linnea's group would just do the work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Frimine has told you already. The ratio of primordial seawater around the Fortress of Meropide is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linnea's target, and you also got roped into the investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress the kind of sentence unto himself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates, that's all.
Alright, I wanted to ask. Who invited Chlorine down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good morrow to come down here to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Clorinda can be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Femine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So the Forbidden Zone really exists. What's inside of it?
That's not something you should be asking after. New Valette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to provide you all I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. And that should be clear now that you've spoken to Frimine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary. And we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer so badly?
Yeah! Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be so pleasant?
Yes? Wait, is that where the cannibals are?
Follow me.
Oh, okay. Is it the hatch in the infirmary? We still didn't really figure out what's down there. Oh! Fancy. There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it. You're pretty good at hiding stuff real deftly.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meropide is.
Yeah, you got a good point there. The entire thing is all underground. Of course, you can put more things underground in the underground.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Ah! Once everyone has taken their positions on the circular plate, it begins to slowly move downwards. So this is the Forbidden Zone. Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special. And that is... a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name, Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends and everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Is this the place where they created primordial seawater? Or something? I don't know. Ah, so there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Ah, they all just went up one by one. What's that room? What's that in the middle of the room? Looks like a gear to me.
Go on, have a look.
I'll go have a look. Hello. This room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. And there's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate? I don't know what the heck a sluice gate is.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership in the Fortress of Meropide. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky to but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard haven't budged since the day I first laid eyes on this place, but over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Is it a tracker that keeps track of how much primordial seawater is in the open ocean?
Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what that reading could be tracking?
Neither of these.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as the potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, that needle has moved again. With that and the symptoms that Feminade displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
How did I know? The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea.
And that's precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continuously leaking into the sea.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even your Roulette knows where the primordial sea could be. Much less where we could find it and plug a leak. Oh,
Seems like you figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath the sluice gate. The sluice gate, whatever the heck that is, I don't know. But for some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it'll no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
and if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird. Why would the Fortress of Meropide be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think that this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer maybe exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone has been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meropide in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro-Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro-Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro-Archon took pity on them and said, You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the
海の
waves.
底で彼らは水神の力を借り
And so,
海の
leaning on the
底に
power of the
集って
Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and
協
began to
力
build
し
a
て築き
fortress.
上げたのが
They
この
became a
様子
community down there in the depths,
彼らは
and over the
こ
years
の
helped it to grow.
追放者が増えて
As the number of the exiles increased, more and more people joined the community, where the first group of exiles died. They left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors.
当時仙台水神
The
は
Hydro
遠く離
Archon
れたところ
continued
か
to
ら
lend,
力を
lend her support, allowing the
そのお
fortress
か
and
げも
what
あっ
stood for it
て
to continue
追
growing
放者
ever
たち
larger.
の要塞はより
Before
大きな
long, the dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home.
海だからここの人間
And with
は
that, the people here stood referring to the fortress as a
監獄
prison.
とは呼ばない
They saw themselves as, as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves.
だが後に
But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they'd gotten used to life down here, they could no longer feel
彼らは
comfortable
この
living in the
生活に
overworld.
染まって刑期を終えた
Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left, and some others chose to
残った
stay.
者はこの地で
They'd find
完
some
璧に
idle position and let their
その
withering
枯れた
souls fade
魂
away
が
with the ancient
最
secrets
古
of
の
the
秘密
past.
とともに数百年
After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral part of the Fontainian society,
ここは遥か
as the
昔
place
から
where criminals
存在し
deserve to be sent.
たまに年を取った研究者が
Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress.
俺はある
I learned all this
年
from
老
an
いた
elderly
歴史学者
historian.
の話を聞いた
Everyone else just thought he'd made it up.
でもお前
Uh,
は確信してるんだな。その話は全て真実だってことを。
Real Vesely, you're talking too much. Please give me a break. But now you know. Every part of that history is true.
ああ
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, this hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So as the Duke of Meropide, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Something... Again? Something else? Another something. You already showed me, like, 2 things. What more are you showing me? You really like showing me things a lot. Oh, hey, it's you two. How you doing?
This is it. Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our latest run of experiments of... Oh wait, Turiel, no, he's not alone.
あれ
What? Lord Vaden Juriel?
慌てるな
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
なんですって
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this. I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they're trustworthy?
結果はもう目
The
に見え
results
て
speak for
た
themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
わかりました
Alright then, if your grace insists.
そうですね
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
さて
How about some reintroductions? This is Juriel, one of the highest ranked researchers of the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin.
昔はエドウィン君のも
エドウィン君は
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you to not have heard of him.
彼の専攻はアルケウム
Edwin's main areas of research were archium and gravimeters. I'm tired. I'm struggling to read words and say them out loud, especially pronunciating them very clearly in a way that does not sound slurred and difficult to understand. Maybe I just need to speak slower. That might help. I'm going to try doing that now, after I take a sip of tea.
This is hard.
Aaron's main areas of research were archium and gravimeters. I just did it again. Gravimeters. Gravimeters. Why is that word so hard to say? Is it because I'm doing
Gravimeters.
It's so much easier to say when I'm not doing Real Thesley's voice. Gravimeters.
Gravimeters.
As his assistant, Juryo is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meropide?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head. Gotta admit, I'm tempted. Again, it's the T's. The T's are hard to say. Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
皆さん、
Guys, focus.
The taskmaster over here is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Juryo used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Juryo's assistant.
Oh, are they together? Is that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple? And just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I'm not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin. Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
I guess Paimon likes doors, I don't know. But Paimon really thinks everything is super cool. Is this just a normal room?
Let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Oh, I can see clearly now. Is this where the primordial seawater is created? It looks like a factory.
これって船か？かなりでかい
Never mind, it doesn't look like a factory, it looks like a ship. What a huge ship?
それにここ
Wait, oh my god! Are we creating Noah's Ark?
どうなってるんだ？
They're building Noah's Ark. They're gonna put everybody in Fontaine on this giant ship so we can sail on top of the ocean when the seawater rises to prevent us from getting dissolved. Real Thesly, you're a genius! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
あんまり
Not much at all.
Then maybe you haven't heard of the story of ancient Remuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Remurian dynasty. According to legend, the Remurian king, Remus, came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation, and found the seer, Sibylla, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves.
Okay, maybe it's not Noah's Ark. Fortuna sounds familiar, but I don't know what from. Some kind of other history thing. I don't know if it's a history thing or a religion thing. Could be either.
He called his nation Remuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
その物語
There's a ship in this story too?
Well, where there's water, there will be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
じゃあお前も
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already spoken, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
つまり
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plan for the ages. Can you share your plan with everyone?
Where the work is to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As for the fortress's administrator, I would never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat.
Me too, Real Thesly. You're the one making me do all this talking. In a very
Low, grainy voice.
It's not hard. It is not easy to keep that up for a long time. Thank goodness I already have some tea. It's almost empty though. But I do also have cough drops, but I like tea more. It tastes better.
Do you have any other questions?
どうやらないようだ。
Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take it back.
外
Wow! Okay, I'm here now. Hmm.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
礼はいい。
No worries, but don't forget. It's up to you whether you
情報を共有するかどうかはあなた次第だ。
It's up to you whether or not you want.
取る行動は
Why is this so hard? You want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
Are you here? Yeah, I'm here. Hi, hey, hello. It means that my actions now will decide the next steps Linnea's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Linne the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
その辺
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure. Yeah, we will.
ああ
Great.
これ
I
から
look
の
forward to what
展開を
happens
楽
next.
しませてもらうとしよ
Hooray! We did it. Wait, is this quest completed? Is that... No? Okay, we're still in chapter 4, act 4. Calamitous Tread. Back to the infirmary we can go again! Again! I love walking to the infirmary. This is like the 5th time I've done it. It's such a nice, scenic route, can't you tell? Wow, look around. It's so nice. Okay, we're here again. We're back! Again! Hi.
おかえり。お茶いる？
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea? I have a cup of tea. It's almost empty though. I would like a refill in a couple minutes.
お前も
How can you be so much like real Thesney? Always drinking
お茶
tea.
ばっかり。お茶といえばだけど、つ
Actually,
いさっき
now that you
あるこ
mention
と
it,
を
I
思い
just
出した。
remembered something now.
麻酔が効いてた間、
While I was
うっす
sedated,
らと
I
だけ
could
ど
still
近
barely
くで
hear
人
two
が話
people
してるの
talking
が聞
next
こ
to
えた
me.
の。
They were discussing
Java.
everything from the leaves to
お
the
茶の
water,
水、
even the teacups
ティ
themselves.
ーカップ、
リオセスリとシ
It
グウィン
must have
だ
been
ね
real Thesly and Sigewinne.
男の人と女の人
Yeah,
が
I
一人
heard
ずつ
one
だ
male
ったから。
voice and one female,
多分そう
so
か
it
も。
should have been the two of them.
でも
They really were
その
just
人たち
talking about brewing tea.
ここの人
I
ちょ
can't.
っと
I
何考
really
え
can't
て
make
るの
sense
か
of
理
this
解でき
place.
ないかも旅人パイモン
So Yurichi, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from real Thesly?
Yeah, you explained everything.
ふんふん
Very well. Then would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Linne sounds a lot more like his old self. Feeling better now, Linne?
あ
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
だい
近くに誰もいないし、
Nobody else is
シグウ
around.
ィンさんも
And
他
Miss
のことで
Sigewinne is
忙
also
しいみ
busy
た
with
い。
something or other.
こ
So
のま
let's
ま
just
ここ
talk
で
here.
話そう。
よし
Alright,
じゃあま
then.
ずは僕から
I'll posit my
大
theories.
胆な仮説を話すよ
I asked myself 3 questions.
まず一つ
Here we go again!
なぜフレミネは
Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater?
その
It
原
was
因
because
は
he dove into the sea.
彼が水中
My
に
theory
潜っ
is
たか
the
らだ
long lost primordial sea is probably very close to the
言い伝え
forges
か
of
ら原始大
Meropide.
会の場所
すごい
Oh, he's good. Just got it right on the first try.
さすがリネ
That's all Linne.
二つ
Secondly, Real Thesly's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first,
最初は
then
見て見
suddenly
ぬふりをして
roadblocked
いたの
us.
に
Why?
この問題はかなり
I've
時
spent
間を
quite a
か
long
けて
time
考える
thinking
ことに
about
なっ
this.
た
If he has been monitoring the Vtuber since the very beginning,
最初から
he
ファディ
probably
に目を
ignored
つ
us
けて
at
いたと
first
する
because he was hoping we could find Master
彼は
Childe
僕
for
たち
him.
を野放ししかもメロピデ
What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Eudex Nouvellette.
ヌビレットさんに
Real
報告
Thesly is
する
basically
必
the
要も
king
ない
of a no man's land.
メロピデ要塞側が皇嗣様の失踪に
As long as the
関与
fortress
していな
doesn't
けれ
do
ば
anything about Master Child's
お父
disappearance,
様はフォンテ
Father
ーン
can use
政
it to
府側に
pressure the
異議を
Fontaine
申し立てることに
authorities.
なる
And while these two factions are pitted against each other, Real Thesly will be free to move between the parties of interest.
彼はつまり彼には何か成し遂げたい目的があるんじゃないかなおそらく
I'd guess he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Linne's grasp on the big picture is amazing.
お前って
You're super smart.
だな。
Thanks so much.
And finally, there's the last question. If Real Fastly does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Chlorine to help him out too. And that can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the blocking the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
After some deliberation, you share the information you just learned with Lene. While sharing what you saw, you empathize now that I can't read that fast. Slow down. Okay.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone, just like the prophecy said.
Could Real Fastly have waited to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with the crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Real Fastly have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concern as well, Yoruchi. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father, no matter what. We're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably would not be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now. You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lene when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it. Nini, why are you all being so formal all of a sudden? We can work together again if necessary. In your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you're ever in danger, we'll try our best to protect you. The sound of that makes Paimon feel warm and safe inside. And hungry inside. Paimon's hungry.
You've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, we'll catch you guys another time. Starting to feel like I need food. Maybe that's why I'm struggling to read so much. Hello, I'm here. It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria. Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. I can read. You're eating Paimon. Over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Angeline? And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Chlorine's dinner as well. Oh, you're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria. What do you like to eat? Can we choose? You can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you like. And I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer. Me too! Don't forget Paimon. No problem. Just leave it to me. One of everything. Sigewinne also brings some drinks over to you. They taste a little strange, but she insists that they're no okay. She's genuinely. She's pretty. Yep, I read all of that. Thank you, video game, for making the text go by very, very fast. Ah, so delicious. Free dinners are the best. Is this how it feels to be a freeloader? Oh, wait a second. We did do plenty of work after all. Feeling full yet? How's the food? Delicious! Besides the milk, I mean, everything was super delicious. Exquisite. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad to see you all happy. It's the expression on your face just now. The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Oh, did she notice the twitch on my face? Does she not realize that means I'm lying? Oh no. Sigewinne, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? Bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister. Really? You reminded me of an older sister. That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Real Thessing's office when you said that you were protecting Lene and his siblings as well? Oh, that. I just thought it's great to look out for those children. Especially that diver boy. I was getting a little worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Clarine is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His grace also sealed the pipes after Clarine left to make sure that Lene wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still had to station some guards there to stop him from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door for once Clarine had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Lene as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You're all super considerate and really thought of everything through. It's just what we do here in the fortress. At least this has been his grace's now for a long time, as long as he's been the leader. I really wish Monsieur Nevelet would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it a lot here, with all the darkness and chaos. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's hard to imagine Nevelet outside of his office. Get a good night's rest, you two. You've both worked very hard. Return to the dormitories. Again. Again. Why can't they place the teleport waypoint a little bit closer to the dormitories, huh? If they just put a teleport waypoint right in between the dormitories and the infirmary, right there at that circle, that would have made it so much easier. But no. No. I'm here. So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. I am super sleepy. Are you sleepy too? Yeah, I'm also getting there. Tea and honey can only do so much to keep me awake. Wow, she really immediately fell asleep. Good job. Delicious. Why am I always the seconds? Hurry. Good night. Oh no. I think I'm seeing Child's perspective again.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking.
Who's yelling? My mind still wants to sleep. What's that sound? I might wake up. We need to go out and see what's going on. What happened? Who died? What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! Oh, there you are.
Hi, Krista.
Thank goodness.
Krista, you're Wolverine. Do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here. Lavarune was saying you two are new here. Don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard of stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said His Grace said to evacuate outwards.
Yeah, you said to get as far away as possible. Upwards and outwards.
And that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no. Isn't that gate at the very bottom too? Oh no, it can't be that thing.
What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, be careful.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards. Upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move up as far outward as possible. In the primordial water go kaplooey. Did it explode? It went boom boom. Oh!
案の定だな。
そう言ったはずだ。いいところに来た。だがすぐにここを離れてくれ。3、2、1。
ここは長くない。水中防衛ラインが時期決壊するとヌビレットさんに伝えてくれ。
あの方が到着するまで私たちが最後の砦だ。ここのゲートどれくらい持つと思う？
そりゃ俺らの頑張り次第だ。
Yup, everything seems to be going perfectly smoothly. Am I finally allowed to leave? Am I free? I get to escape. Oh my god, I'm free! Nicolette! Why are you here?
Yurichi, I need you to head to the opera house immediately. Furina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Furina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Everybody's busy. Got two disasters going on at the same time. We still never found Child. At this point, I'm pretty sure he dissolved. I think he's gone. And now we got this nice, happy, calm, relaxing music. This is very fitting for the things that are happening right now. Yup. Look, there's a Vtuber and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
Are you two Yurichi and Paimon? Monsieur Nouvellette has left instructions. Please follow me. I'm sure he's already explained. This should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence, but it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Frina to the best of your abilities.
I'll do my best. This is not tense at all.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Furina mentioned. Of course! How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station. It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, Yurichi. I've heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
So this is the knave, the head of the house of the hearth, and the Linnea siblings' father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Pleasure to meet you too. I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Furina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Furina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Yurichi, what do you think of this cake?
Quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Furina and I.
Wait, Child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know? Here's still hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked pretty impressive, yeah.
Frina looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Furina? Ah, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Iudex Nouvellette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nouvellette.
Oh, the knave's voice is really hard to do. That's making my throat hurt a lot. That's one of the hardest voices for me to do. I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all. But I thought you would be happier to hear the news. Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. Well, we know for sure that Child is still alive. Paimon, we don't know that.
Huh? And just how do you know that?
We don't. Because we found evidence that Rundi left the fortress of Meropide.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well... Oh no. Paimon's statement just left us wide open.
The fortress of Meropide lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
I do not. There is also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
Oh, that is good news at least. His sister Tanya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tanya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together, and currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Florina. That sounds good to me, yeah.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyways, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much as how it's written, or how it's worded.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Florina. I don't quite understand what you're trying to say. Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Oh no.
Go苦労。あとは私に任せるといい。
本当にお一人で？
問題ない。
へえ、この状況に対処できるってことはやはりもしくは責任感が強いだけってこともありえるか。
一理ある。
Why do I feel like he has the hydrognosis?
予言の日はいつか訪れるかもしれない。だが今ではない。一種族さえ容易に滅ぼせる太古の力。果てなき最悪は憤怒の発散に等しい。こたびの審判はあまりに壮大ゆえ、採決に参加できそうにない。
Wait, is the primordial sea alive? Is he keeping a living creature down there? Oh, that's gonna be the final boss, isn't it?
中の問題は解決したようだ。
Also, yeah, at this point I'm pretty sure he has the hydrognosis. Farina is probably just the archon in name, and Nuvalet is probably the archon in function. Just keeps it a secret so people underestimate him or something. Although it doesn't seem like he's trying to hide it too well. He is very blatant about his position of power. Although it's more like legal power.
Alright, seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
つまり
Let me guess,
俺ら
we're
も
safe
し
for
ばらくは
now?
大丈
ああ、しばらくは。
Indeed, but only for now.
夫。今回の賭けは
I
俺
win
の
this
勝ち
bet.
ってわけ
You owe me a present.
確かに
Very
あなた
well,
の言った
it was
通りだ。
indeed just as you said.
賭けをしたのか。
You made a bet?
あんたが一人で
We made a bet on the size of
大
your
勢
your
引き連れて
entourage.
くるかな。
Chlorine thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
立場上
I
そうあるべ
figured
き
you
だ
would
と
have
思
at
った
least brought a few people along for appearance's sake.
この件
Here's
の
I
機密レベ
underestimated
ルは
just how confidential
私
the
の
mission
予想
was.
を上回っている。
あんたもそろそろ
Shouldn't you have gotten
機密
used to
性
the
の高い仕
confidential
事に
missions
慣
by
れてき
now?
たじゃないか。
That's just how the courts operate.
ほ
それで
So, what gifts
賭
must
け
the
に負け
loser
た者は
give?
何を渡
Tea?
すのだ。
公爵の執務室に
He already has
茶花
tons
と
of
い
tea in
く
his
らでもあり
office.
ます。
I'm thinking about a set of legal
当店を送った方が有意義なはずです。
codices? Codices? I don't know what that word is.
なんだ俺の法
That
意
wouldn't
識が
happen to be a dig at my lack of
低い
legal
ってわけ
awareness,
じゃ
would
ない
it?
よな。
公爵は
I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
ここには法典に興
I
味
was
を
under
持
the
つ者など
impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices. Codex? Codices. I don't know what that word is. Which is a little bit strange, as I am the head judge of the court. I kind of keep all of the legal codices in my office. Don't worry about it. That was obviously a joke.
で
Anyway, you still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
急務があるのでしたら
No need to stay here if you have pressing matters. We all know you can't
あ
leave
なたがパレメ
leave
ルモニアを
Pelias
長
Mermonia
く
for
離れら
long.
れない。
あ
Thank you.
あ、向こうも順調
I
だと
hope
いう
everything went smoothly with the Vtuber Harbinger.
It did not. Please help. It's not going smoothly.
いいだろう。おままごとはここまでだ。
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house.
フリーナ殿。
Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I'm sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a
君
clue.
のその表情を見るに、私の考えが間違っているのではと疑ってしまうのだ。
Didn't see it got an ad? Yeah, that's how Twitch is. I basically have the choice between either the stream plays 30 seconds of advertisements every single time somebody clicks on my stream, or refreshes the page, or pauses the stream and then replays it over and over every time, which is horrible and I hate that. Or the other option is I have to play a set minute and a half of ads every 30 minutes, or 3 whole entire minutes of ads every hour. Those are my options. So, of course, I have the worst way for especially small streamers in general. If you want new people to join the streams, you can't allow pre-roll ads to stay enabled. Because then there's gonna be, with how few people there are already who manage to find your stream, there's gonna be a whole lot of them who will find your stream, click on it, and at 30 seconds of advertisement start playing, they click off of the stream. Very few people are willing to sit through 30 seconds of advertisements just to figure out if they actually want to stick through with whatever random stream they clicked on. So I just have mine set to play 1 minute and 30 seconds of advertisements every 30 minutes. Because that's the only way I can disable those pre-roll ads, which annoys everybody whenever they click on the stream.
Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I'm sure you understand the exact meanings of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong and you haven't a clue? What are you trying to say? At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives.
Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it has been proven true. Yet here you are, relaxing, drinking tea and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy is hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans in the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you, it beggars to believe just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, the god of folklores, you have utterly failed to take action. You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures. I'm not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children in Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon, how are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves? I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down on me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved, even if I still cannot see the true future right now. As long as I continue on as I am, I'll be able to hold my head up high.
Farina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the news accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just how have you been working? Just what have you been working on? Where can we see it? What has it been doing to help?
So is that all a lie? Or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she's deflated like a popped balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They'll only reveal themselves as the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet. I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortals' eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential, such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster? An emergency response plan? That look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those? The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential. Then allow me to jog your memory, Miss Farina. What is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amount of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years? The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be. So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that something is not you, Miss Farina. I first got wind of this when Linnae tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with extremely large amount of indemnitium.
Doing the knave's voice is really difficult for me to do. I'm starting to get all tingly. I think that means I'm hyperventilating. Hold on. Yeah, all the different voices. Well, no, it's not a problem with doing a lot of different voices. It's a problem with some of them in particular. Like, I can talk like this voice for a long time all I want. This is easy. Paimon's voice is also pretty easy to do. Well, I mean, it's not easy to get the exact same voice every time I do it, but it's not like it wears me out to do. That's what I mean.
And there are some more deep masculine voices that are easy to do because of how relaxed my throat is when I do them.
But when I start doing more breathy voices like the Knave, when the Knave is very difficult to do. It's very breathy, very runny, very. It makes me have to breathe a lot more. That's what makes me hyperventilate. I can't even get back into it right now. Now I've lost it. It's gone. Maybe if I just try doing a different voice, try doing one that's less breathy. Probably won't sound as nice though.
I first got wind of this when Lene tried to investigate the Ortrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of intempnidium. But even that had nothing to do with you. Then what could you possibly be working on, O great Hydro Archon? Alright, I almost forgot. Eudix Nuvolette is also not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him to take away to take care of some troublesome business. Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me. Of course I will. Although I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Eudix by your side. Very well, let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please help yourselves, everyone.
These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Nuvolette's task was. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. But can he really deal with it all by himself? Yeah, apparently he can. And is Free not being truthful or not?
Yurichi, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Eudix. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer. The knave proceeds to change the topic and bring us up a number of less significant matters, while I can read that fast. Paimon's super full. That cake was great. It's on my tea table. I already lost Freena's voice.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Ah, yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. Oh, wrong voice. Where did I get this from?
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake has also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. As I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well, we'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Yorichi? We could use the opportunity to discuss child before I must be on my way.
Of course. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I should return the vision to the knave or not. It does technically, I guess if something happens to child, it would belong more to the knave than to me. But child did give it to me. I just forgot to give it back to him. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe she could use it to track him down or something. Paimon's coming too! Oh. Of course I gotta do the quest first. Grrr.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought. What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
I didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
Is there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the Fortress of Meropide. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Lene, Lynette, and Feminette are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard, and have always done all they can to fight back against it and try to stop them. Especially Lene.
You mean real Thessaly? He is a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Lene is so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, you can just consider this a bit of an idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina? You're outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine. Able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
Whomst? Where? How did we get here?
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meropide.
Didn't you say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for the trouble he's caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I'll be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I'll take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She's at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you.
You dare run from me? Stop right this instant! My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis, but I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy. It's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait, but no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment I was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. I sense that she's under some kind of curse. Who are you? What are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you. Please. The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she is not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalors. I suspect even Farina does not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed that I had what I'd guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep at night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There was no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Eudix Nouvellette is actually the genuine article.
That's what I was thinking.
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Nouvellette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access. Yes, father. My dear children, please speak. News from the Fortress Meropide, Master. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contracts of guards we tried at the fortress have all gone quite as well. Probably the handiwork of that real Thessaly.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of the Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We would have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I'd like to meet the Hydro Archon and Eudix Nouvellette. Oh, and I have an additional meeting for you there.
君たち3人にはやってもらいたいことがある。
I got all tingling and it's taking longer to go away. Might not just be from talking a lot and hyperventilating. Might also be because I'm hungry and or maybe dehydrated. I've been drinking tea but not water. So I'll probably go ahead and end the stream right now. I wanted to at least finish the cutscene, but I feel all weird. I wanna go get water. Bye bye. I'll just close out of the game from wherever this cutscene ends and then continue from there next time. Bye bye. Have a good day.